Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video, and in this video we're going to talk about what is the most common graphics card on Steam, as well as some information on PUBG and microtransactions. More on that in a little bit, but I saw this post on Reddit that goes over the top 3 GPUs on Steam right now, and I think it's a little interesting and I thought I'd share it with you guys. So Nvidia is always king when it comes to these statistics. They are just the marquee brand. Even if AMD GPUs are sometimes a better value, Nvidia GPUs always lead the charge in these listings. The GTX 750 Ti is actually in first place, the GTX 960 is in second place, and the only modern GPU in the top 3 is the GTX 1060 at number 3. Now, it doesn't specify what variation of GPUs these are, whether it be the 3GB 1060 or the 6GB 1060, I don't know that. But nonetheless, a few months ago, the 1060 was at first and the 750 Ti was at third. Now, you might be asking yourself why the 750 Ti is at first place and the 960 is at second place. Well, the comment section on this Reddit thread, I'll just put it in the description box down below, actually put some light to that. 65 to 70% of the user base is Chinese, and I don't know for sure on this, but I would imagine there's like Chinese internet cafes or something like that, where they run like 750 Ti's on all those rigs or something like that. I think that's why the 750 Ti's number is super inflated. It might be partly that, and it might be because of the fact that it was a quality budget GPU and it was being sold for a very long time. Out of all the GPUs that had longevity on being sold at top retailers like Newegg, the 750 Ti was being sold for a very long time. So you gotta imagine that was one of the best-selling GPUs ever. I don't have stats on that, but just as of what I've seen, a lot of graphics cards come in stock and then they'll put them out of stock and move on to the next generation. The 750 Ti, if you guys remember, was in the market for a very long time. Also, I find it a little bit surprising that the top 3 doesn't include the GTX 970. I just remember when that GPU came out, it was so popular. That was probably, as long as I've been making videos here on YouTube, the GTX 970 was like crazy popular. Just everybody always commented on my video saying, I'm putting a 970 in my rig. I would just hear about the 970 all the time. Even after that controversy with the 3.5GB of VRAM, the 970 was just a colossally popular GPU. And I'll go over the top 10 here real quick. Like I said, 750 Ti at number 1, 960 at number 2, 1060 at number 3. The 1050 Ti is at number 4, the 950 Vanilla is at number 5, 1050 at number 6, 750 at number 7, 970 at number 8. Okay, so we finally got the 970 there, and that's still outpacing the 1070, which is at number 9, and finally number 10 is the 760. And yeah, there you guys have that. Steam updates this every month, so maybe I'll go over this every month and see how the market changes and what graphics cards are being used the most on Steam, because I do find this a couple of interesting, and I do find it super interesting how Nvidia is just so dominant in this. That's just a little crazy to me. You don't see AMD make a dent on this until well down, so that is honestly a little bit unfortunate, but nonetheless, there you have that. I'll leave a link to the Steam hardware and software survey as well if you guys are interested in checking that out. Also, let's talk a little bit about arguably Steam's most popular game, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, one of the most popular games on all of PC, and it's still been having some trouble in terms of development, but their goal right now, Bluehole's goal, is to release this game as a full release, but they are already looking at selling cosmetic updates. In a developer QA, they said, quote, "As you may already know, we will never add anything that affects the gameplay. However, there is a relatively strong demand for cosmetic items. Since the official launch is our top priority, we plan on adding new items after that." Now, we don't know if they're going to be selling these cosmetic items for real money, if it's going to be like loot box drops, and it's going to be a mix of you can get them while playing the game, but you can also buy them. Nonetheless, you'd have to imagine that they are going to be looking to monetize their user base in some way, and honestly, as a business, if they do it the right way, they're going to make a ton of money off of this. But I think Luke said it the best on the WAN show. I'm sure you guys saw that clip, where he explained what these cosmetic microtransactions are, and he pretty much said that they are cancerous to game development, and he put it a really good way. In olden times, you would play a game to acquire the cosmetic updates, but now, developers are literally eating away at the development of the game in order to sell you these cosmetic items, and you can buy them for free. And it's actually a really good point. Back in the day, gamers would actually play the game to acquire these cosmetic items. Nowadays, with games like League of Legends, a lot of the skins, I believe, are exclusive to being bought. I haven't played League in a long time. I believe they added like loot boxes recently, so you might be able to get League skins just by playing the game, but a lot of them, you have to buy them, and of course, that is a free-to-play game, so you can kind of understand they need to monetize their audience somehow, but given the fact I remember Pulsefire Ezreal was like crazy expensive, that stuff was crazy, and PUBG is a game that you have to drop $30 on, so The fact that they're gonna monetize their audience to get even more money, I mean, it makes sense from a business perspective. You look at what EA has done with their sports games. I don't even follow the EA sports games that much, but I know for a fact that these trading card components that they've added to the EA sports games, they are insanely profitable. They are just making crazy amounts of money off of it, and that's why all that controversy with Star Wars Battlefront 2 happened, but obviously they went overboard on that. Nonetheless, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. What do you think of the most popular GPUs on Steam? Are you surprised that it's a 750 Ti? Like I said, there might be a little bit of a caveat to that. Also, what do you think about PUBG possibly getting cosmetic items? Obviously, microtransactions at some point you would have to think will be introduced into this game. Given how huge the player base is, there's a lot of money to be made off cosmetic items, which is kind of unfortunate, but the reality we are living in the gaming world at this point. If you have a request for a future video, you can leave that in the comment section down below. As always, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.